All right, well, let's talk about, since we were talking about sort of closed-minded, here is Scott Walker explaining, and it's still unclear to me whether or not the Wisconsin law requires a vaginal probe for this ultrasound. Nevertheless, the idea that you would force people to take an ultrasound, government mandated, seems like one of those nanny state things, doesn't it? Except for it's coming from Scott Walker, he who I think he knows he has in his back pocket that $900 million that the Koch brothers are going to push into the thing. I don't know if they'll do full 900, but no one says they're limited to 900 either. So here he is on with the really disturbed Dana Loesch. Expressing why ultrasounds should be mandatory, ladies and gentlemen. For health reasons? Well, that's not really true. So we give you this.
What place do social issues have in 2016, and why do you think so many Republican candidates are scared of them? They're scared to embrace them. They're scared to get trapped by the media.
Well, I think a little bit of it is the media does a gotcha. Some do, at least. I don't want to say universally, but I think
most of them do. Yeah, I think you're right.
Well, I'll give you an example. I'm pro-life. I passed pro-life legislation. We defunded Planned Parenthood. We signed a law that requires an ultrasound, which, think about that. The media tried to make that sound like that was a crazy idea. I think most people I talk to, whether they're pro-life or not, I find people all the time who get out their iPhone and show me a picture of their grandkids' ultrasound and how excited they are. So that's a lovely thing. I think about my sons are 19 and 20.
Pause it. We should force ultrasound on women because I am looking at the picture of grandparents who have a picture of their ultrasound. Can you imagine like someone actually thinks, like, I don't know if he really thinks this is the basis of policy to mandate something for people, that he has people who come and show their grandchildren pictures of their grandchildren. So in other words, these people weren't forced to get ultrasounds. These people didn't even get an ultrasound. Continue.
We still have their first ultrasound picture. It's just a cool thing out there. We just knew if we signed that law, if we provided the information, that more people, if they saw that unborn child, would make a decision to protect and keep the life of that unborn child. So I think where we need to be able to push back as someone who's an economic, fiscal, and a social conservative, it shouldn't be the only thing. It shouldn't be defining thing. And that's what I've said in the past. We should make sure that people know us for fiscal and economic strengths as well. But it certainly is a part of who we are, and we shouldn't be afraid to talk about it.
All right, so first off, you should also know that it is extremely rare that people get abortions after the first trimester for non-health or reasons. Extremely rare. So this is also sort of a bit of a myth building on his part too. The ultrasound's not effective for at least, I think, 20 weeks. Can't see anything. But if we can mandate, some measure of uncomfortability for women, and it's really important that we establish, for the sake of grandfathers, that we own women's bodies. Is what he said.
That is a new one. Think of the grandparents.
Yes, think of and it's the grandfather too, right?
I've been talking about the grandfather ultrasound photo for years. And we will see in the course of this campaign how my opponents, I welcome their arrival to where I have always been.
So says the right-wing Mandela, who...
Still
have you
torn.
officially announced your candidacy yet?
Wait, did I just do that?
No. You got to be careful.
In the exploratory phase.
You got to maintain your ability to raise money for a super PAC.
And the money that I have made has all been in the private sector through diamond mines, gold mines, and enhancing male sexual health, which of course aids the traditional family.
And the grandfather photo.
It all syncs together.